Sacrifice. Sacrifice for what you want. If you're not willing to sacrifice, you'll never get what you want. Okay, if you're not willing to sacrifice for what you want becomes the sacrifice. Okay, let's take this all the way down to a micro level. You have a long day of work. You come home. Okay, you just want to crack open a cold one. Okay, it's been a long day. Yeah, it's very stressful. Everyone does it. Yeah, let me get a beer. Yeah, here's your baby bottle. Okay? And you're right back in the fucking loop, and you realize that that's not the answer. Okay, and I realized in my own life, I constantly searched for happiness in the same place I lost it. Now, realizing that short-term pleasure leads to long-term pain. Okay? Now, if we can reverse this and understand the framework, the foundation of sacrifice, the definition is trading that of a lower nature for a higher one. So that low nature of just grabbing a beer, self-loathing, self-medicating, avoiding the pain. If we can understand that is the lower nature, and we want to trade that for that of a higher nature, what do we need to do? Say no. Say no to the drink. Say no to the porn. Say no to the vices. Say no to the drama, negative arguments that happen every single day that are nipping at you. Say no. And when you say no, 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 then your yes is all the more powerful. Okay, by the power of saying no, no, you have all the more power to put your energy where it needs to go. Now, physically, we all know to have a truly physical, admirable physique, you're going to have to diet. You're going to have to diet. Now, the thing is, once you're putting in the work, the diet becomes second nature. But I look back at my own life, it's like, I worked out today. Man, I deserve that Zaxby's. I deserve the pizza. I deserve the cheat meal. And I just fucking started on this journey. I advise you not to do cheat meals until you are so far along and you have a stack of undeniable proof that you are that fucking guy. Now, in terms of that cheat meal and eating that was that short-term pleasure. That was the pleasure. And I always felt bloated. I always felt worse. I never got the true results I was after because I was constantly stuffing my face and taking 5 steps and 2 massive backward steps. Most people live for the weekend. I had a conversation with a buddy. We were talking about the weekend. Like, yeah, dude, I don't really like doing that. Why does everyone do that? Weekends are for the weak. Weak people live their life in constant just pleasure seeking. They can't wait for Friday so they can get drunk and forget their reality. Don't fall into this trap. They'll take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps. Friday night comes, back step. Saturday morning comes, back step. Saturday night, Sunday, back step. And all of a sudden, rather than taking 7 slow, sturdy, faithful, trustful steps towards your vision, most people are taking back step, back step, back step after a few fucking forward steps. And if you table that over a whole year, you're so far fucking ahead. You're so far down this path that it's like you can't waste time. You see no purpose in taking a day off. Okay, by resting, and most people, they just can't wait to rest. What the fuck? The work instills the worth. The more work you put in, the more you're going to feel worth it. That's why the expression, whenever you retire, you expire. It's crazy how fast people will die after they quote unquote retire. We need something to strive for. We need something to challenge us. Stress is actually fucking healthy. Your level of stress management determines your ceiling of success. However much stress you can handle. As a man, you should take on as much stress as humanly fucking possible. You should take on as much responsibility. Bear a burden for your family. They're watching. For your peers, they're watching. For your partner, your wife, your girlfriend, they're watching you. Are you willing to bear that burden? Go through that pain. Put on a brave face. And instill values of courage, wisdom, and respect? Or are you going to bitch out and go for the drink and dive into your vices and then become violent and become a bitch and become insecure and fuck up everything? And then you're going to play the victim like, oh, well, my life was hard. Anything that you truly want, you're going to have to sacrifice. Sacrifice starts off uncomfortable as fuck because you're not used to it. You're not used to not having, these pleasure and comfortable scenarios that you can fall back on. Once you get rid of those things, then all of a sudden, all you have to fall back on is your fucking word. And for me, in this new apartment in Florida, I had to fucking sacrifice to get down here. It was fucking weirdly hard. You would think it'd be exciting, move out of your hometown. You just got to do X, Y, Z and you're good. But, man, I had everything I felt like I needed. That comfortable microwave community. You know where everything is. You know a lot of people. Okay, everything's comfortable. You've had your bed. You've had, you got your girl. She's there, blah, blah, blah. And it's hard. You're like, but something's pulling me. Something's telling me I should make this move. I should make this jump. And you got to sacrifice those things. And I actually found this today. This was actually February 26th of 2022. So almost 2 years ago. What it would cost us if I don't move out of my hometown. I wrote this down. Number one, I wouldn't achieve my ultimate purpose. Number two, it would mean I will not be a man of my word. Okay, so remember how I was saying we either do whatever we can to get pleasure and do whatever we need to do to avoid pain? This is where you can re-engineer that. If I didn't move to Florida, I would not achieve my ultimate purpose, and I would not be a man of my word. Two things that would bring me massive pain. Massive pain. So what happened? I did anything in my power to avoid that pain, and all of a sudden, we're in Florida. Okay? So whatever you want, whatever you are striving for, realize you're going to have to sacrifice. And just sit on your bed tonight. Ask yourself, what can I sacrifice? What am I willing to give up? What am I willing to say no to? That's going to lead ultimately to my greater purpose, my vision for my better life. Okay, that's it. Sacrifice. Let's fucking go. Carry on.